Hello, how y'all doing? My name is Caliber. I got many names, and you put respect on each and every one of those names. I'm going to try to wrap this up quickly. I got a lot of stuff to cover. A lot of people liked my feelings on the MCU, so here are more of my feelings on the MCU. Some of the things I said from the last video are going to bleed into this video, so I'm trying to make it where I want the whole situation to make sense about what I'm discussing. So, without further delay, first topic: where's T'Challa? Where's T'Challa? How is it that we have, spoiler alert, got a dead Reed Richards? We've got a Maria Rambeau flying around. We have several Scarlet Witches. We have a multitude of Lokis. And now we have an Iron Man that is Doctor Doom, but we still don't have T'Challa. Make it make sense. We can get RDJ as Doctor Doom, but we can't get a multiversal T'Challa. That's raggedy. That's raggedy. It's been said that we'll get a T'Challa recast after the multiverse saga. What's the point of having a multiverse if you can have a multiversal T'Challa? And I like the actor who plays T'Chaka. I think he does a wonderful job. I'm talking about the young version. The older version did a wonderful job also. But Marvel, the public wants T'Challa. Okay? The energy you're putting into RDJ being Iron Doom or what is it? Tony Doom, or is it Victor Stark or something? The energy you put into that, you need to put that energy into bringing us a T'Challa. But I have an idea why you can't do that. I'll explain later. The MCU is trifling because my feelings say this. The next thing they're going to do is they're going to try to paint Mahershala Ali, who is passionate about his job and passionate about his craft. They're going to try to paint him as difficult. And there's nothing difficult about what he's doing. He wants a class act movie. Okay? He wants a class act Blade movie. Okay? He has 2 Oscars. He knows which script is a champ. Okay? He knows what he's doing. He's a seasoned veteran. Okay? Work with him, Marvel. Work with him, MCU. Okay? Call Delroy Lindo back on Blade. Okay? Do not, from what last I heard, Delroy Lindo has exited the project. I don't know why. I'm not going to act like I do when I don't. But MCU being MCU, I'm kind of looking at MCU and not Delroy Lindo. But when I look at Mahershala Ali, he wants a good script. Give the actor a good script. Give him a good script. Don't try to irritate the hell out of him so he'll quit. So then you can bring Wesley Snipes in. Because I'm going to tell you something. Wesley Snipes ain't going to put up with your junk either. Okay? Do not paint Mahershala Ali nor Wesley Snipes nor Delroy Lindo as difficult. Y'all have been putting out some clinkers. Okay? MCU, you have been putting out some clinkers. Okay? Y'all writing have been all over the place. Okay? Nah. Work with Mahershala Ali. Let him have more creative control. Let him do that. He got 2 Oscars. He should know what he's doing. And I would love to see a scene in the Blade movie eventually. Because I'm not getting y'all stuff. I'm not getting y'all movie tickets. But I'd love to see a scene in the Blade movie where you do have a Mahershala Blade against a Wesley Blade. I would love to see that. I'd love to see that scene. Because we're doing the multiverse. Just like how we should have a multiverse T'Challa. That's not a joke. I do not want the MCU pitting 2 great black actors against each other because the MCU can't write a good script. That's what I don't want to see. Now, that's my feelings on that. My feelings also are on the whole Jonathan Majors situations. My feelings are the MCU, as I said before, wanted Jonathan Majors to fail. I feel like Kevin Feige is in his corner, and I really feel like there's some higher ups who didn't want Jonathan Majors to walk in the door. This is how I feel. They didn't want him to walk in that. They're like, okay, let's see him. Because I think those higher ups are not professional enough. They're not professional enough to deal with his look. I think they're not professional. You're supposed to deal with his talent. And I think they could not do that. He can make it happen on screen. The man can make it happen on screen. He really juiced up Loki. Because I'm going to tell you something, and I said this before. Episode 1 and 2 of Loki, okay. 3 and 4, snooze fest. 5 and 6, 5, I'm like, I'm waking up. 6, I'm like, oh, wow. Okay, so there was excitement near the end. Okay, so that didn't really take off until he came on screen. Quantumania really didn't take off screen. I'm in the theater looking. Until they brought Kang out. So don't sit up here and tell me and gaslight me into saying, oh, he had a bad performance. I'm looking around at the crowd. The crowd's engaged. I'm looking and they're like, okay, this is what we wanted to see. And as I said before in the last video, you all sabotaged Quantumania because you knew he would knock it out of the park and, he get a home run and you didn't want to see more of him. So I think it may have been more than just the leak of the script. I think it had been more than just that. I feel y'all are unprofessional. That's how I feel. But going back to what I'm about to say, I'm trying to make it quick. In his firing, I'm sure they were drooling at the edge of their seat for the flimsy charge he got. Because everybody knows they're going to give him some. But they were drooling at the edge of their seat. They were so happy and relieved that they could let him go. And I'm talking about those particular higher ups. That's how I feel. And because if they really wanted Jonathan Majors to work out at Disney, they would have stood by him through his appeal process. I've always said this. And then 2, they would have explained what misdemeanor reckless assault means. They would have explained that. I hear, the optics. How does the optics look today? That money Robert Downey Jr. got, that was planned. How do those optics look compared to a black man running from a highly dysfunctional, drunk, disturbed female? did those optics look? Because it looked like something was set up a long time ago for RDJ to get the check he had. I'm not going to do that because I already did that. I already did that. So I'm not going to beat that dead horse. But, I'm like, oh, optics. Well, what about the optics of when Chadwick Boseman family said it's okay for you to recast T'Challa and y'all still have not done that? What about the optics of that? Y'all don't care about how black males look in y'all movie. What about the optics of that? But I'm getting ahead of myself. But they did not want to stand by that, man. And that needs to... They need to be called out. That's one of the things they need to be called out on. You didn't want to stand by Jonathan Majors. You didn't. And the public loves his performances. Now you got to call him all these abusers and all this stuff. And it's so funny because, as I stated before, a lot of them people who are on X and doing all that talk are just paid actors. Like I said before, if you read the comments enough, you'll see where the comments use the same wording. But I'm not going to get it. Let me try to escape from that. But they did not believe in standing by this man. Okay, so, you're telling on yourself. You're actually building a case on yourself in front of everybody. So it's not, you've got you have lousy optics. It has nothing to do with Jonathan Majors. But you did not honor him. I didn't see them honor his appeal process. I didn't see a press conference. Now, what does this mean? When we break this down, what did this mean? I'm sure if it... I wonder if I don't want Robert Downey Jr. to go backwards. But at the same time, if it had been Robert Downey Jr., do you really think he would have lost his job? Do you really think if it was Robert Downey Jr. or Jeremy Renner or Josh Brolin, do you really think they would have lost their job? They would have gone to rehab and kept their job. Y'all wanted Jonathan Majors gone. Y'all wanted that. And those are the optics you will always have hanging over your head. Those are the optics you will always have hanging over your head. And I hope more people call you out on your crap, because you can see it. It makes good sense after you just sit down and you're like, oh, they're full of crap. But I find that really, really funny how they ditched him quickly, because they're like, whew, we got this Negro gone. That's what y'all did. Y'all did that. Don't give me anything. Don't gaslight me. Don't give me nothing about saying you didn't. You did what you did. Also, third topic. Fourth topic. What's up with all these black depowered superheroes? Y'all have either the dead or depowered. Or they're off in another location. Monica Rambeau, I'm going to tell y'all something about the comics. In the early 80s, Monica Rambeau, a single black woman, somewhat young, led the Avengers upon Captain America's approval. She led the Avengers. Wouldn't that be a wonderful thing to show young black girls, to see a black woman in leadership? That's possibly going to happen in the real world when we go to the polls. Wouldn't that be a wonderful thing for young black girls to see? To see her as Captain Marvel? Wouldn't that be nice? But we're going to break our neck to get RDJ on stage. We're gonna break out. We're gonna get him on stage. But you could have had Teyonah Parris, who I think is a wonderful pick, a wonderful actress to play Monica Rambeau, and you sideline her. And the fact that you didn't give Monica Rambeau / Photon the same love and put her on the same level as Shuri is telling still on you, MCU. That's still telling. That's still telling. Okay? At this point, Teyonah Parris as Photon / Captain Marvel, that should almost be a household name. But we know why, because, hey, with Brie Larson basically she was the woman's a prophetess. She told you all, her feelings about reviewers reviewing movies and they're not the target audience. And you all didn't stand by her either. Y'all didn't stand by her either, and that was tacky. Y'all didn't stand by her either. Y'all want to act like you're, the super duper liberals. But MCU, y'all come off as limousine liberals. That's how you come off. And basically, Brie Larson said that in 2019, and then we had the George Floyd situation happen in 2020, and then there was this, everybody was woke. Everybody was woke, and basically what she said held up in 2020 and even today. So she figured it out. And everybody, I hate Brie Larson. I hate Brie Larson. As a corporation, as a company, y'all could go in there and do damage control just on that. I've done better damage control for Brie Larson, me saying this, than you all did. And that's just what happened in 2019, and you still got people disliking this woman online. Makes me wonder if somebody actually went to the higher ups at Marvel Studios. I wonder, is everything painted in red? Makes me wonder. But y'all have so many depowered superheroes y'all doing nothing with. That's telling. Samuel L. Jackson is a legend. He's another one. He should have had many Oscars. He should have got an Oscar for Django. But you all have really sidelined him to be with Flurkins. And that joke only works if you let him be the badass that Nick Fury is. See, that's when it's funny. And y'all aren't doing that. And Secret Invasion, I don't know what y'all were doing with that. Wonderful acting. Now, the acting was wonderful. That's what really made me stay engaged, was the level of acting. But, woo, MCU. MCU. You're doing everything you shouldn't do, and you're doing the things you just a mess. The only solution I think fans of those actors and actresses should do, and the black community should do concerning the MCU, the only thing I think they should do is stay at home. I'm all for a boycott if it means they can do better writing and better hiring and rehiring. I'm all for that. People, if you continue to support them, it's going to get worse. You're going to see some character probably a black character. You know, the MCU will have some black character being. Well, I think it's cool that this black character was tied on a rope to a car and was being dragged all around. And they're going to be like, do you know what that looks like? The tone deafness, the racial tone deafness of the MCU is getting more gross and more gross as the years go by. It's getting really disgusting. And it's sad because you have all that talent and you have talent like Lawrence Fishburne talent, and you choose to do nothing with them. You choose to sideline them. Don Cheadle talent, sideline. I mean, it's really, really sad. And the only way that can be changed, people, I'm going to tell you this, and everybody didn't like the word boycott, but I'm going to give it to you like this. Fans of those artists' work that I have mentioned, and black people, black community, black folks, here's how you correct it. Watch Marvel movies. Just don't pay for it. That's all you need to do. Watch Marvel movies. Just don't pay for them. If they cannot represent you correctly, if they cannot understand about the fact that black men in America don't get honest court cases, okay? America's known for that. Black men get some horrible court cases in the United States of America. If they cannot understand that, if they cannot capture the black experience the way it is, keep your money in your pocket. If you're a fan of Lawrence Fishburne's work or something like that, and you feel like we don't see enough of him on screen or even animated, they gave us a taste, but even animated. If you feel that way, put your money back in your pocket. You'll see that movie. Trust me. Now you may have to go old school and wait when it comes on FX, but if you want to see that movie, see that movie. Just don't pay for it. And that may have to happen until the point is made, until the point gets across. You're not a joke. You're not a joke. You're nothing to be played with. And you don't have to get out here and holler and scream and picket and do all that stuff. Save that for a real situation like Sonya Massey. Okay? Holler, scream, picket, do all that for Sonya Massey. But in this situation, in entertainment, watch it, but don't pay for it. Real simple. I want y'all to be engaged with the black image on screen. I want y'all to be engaged with that. I want everybody to pay attention to that, about how we look on screen. And if we don't look good on screen, find the writer of that project and roast them. Go to the writer, go to the producer, and go to the studio. Find their email. Call them out. Call them out. I'm not going to limit this to the MCU. Call them out. I want y'all to explore black cinema. Go explore black cinema. And if you really can't stand it, maybe you just need to pick up a camera and make some black cinema of your own. Now, in this case with me, I'm just seeing tragedy after tragedy after tragedy. I'm like, somebody got to say something. And that's what I did today. I want all of you to love yourself. I want all of you to respect yourself and treasure yourself. Always know that you're valid. And I want all of you to love your tribes. I want all of you to vote. Please vote. And most of all, I want you all to be safe. God bless y'all.